Okay, so the story for The Last Stand follows, in the beginning, Forest Whitaker's character, who is an FBI agent, and a bunch of other FBI agents, as they are shipping away this drug cartel lord. He's a huge drug cartel lord. He's very popular. He's evil. He has a whole crew that's evil and whatever. They're shipping him away secretly so no one knows, because if they make a big thing of it, someone's going to try and, of course, break him out. But it doesn't matter anyway, because someone does break him out because they know about it. They break him out, and now they have to go, I'm talking about Forest Whitaker's character, and then all the FBI agents have to go and, get him back, of course, once again. But the thing is, now he has a really fast car, so every time a helicopter or a bunch of police cars try to, drive and keep up with him, they can't, because this car goes up to 200 miles an hour. And what this drug cartel lord wants to do, of course, is cross the Mexican border, and he'll be safe. He'll be free. He can go to Mexico, and no one can screw with him. The thing is, there's one town in the way of going through to Mexico, and that town, of course, is Somerton. And you know who's in that town? The Sheriff Owens. And of course, he is played by Luis Guzman. Man, that guy is a bat. No, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Luis Guzman's in the film, but I'll talk about him later in the acting. But anyway, Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course, the big return as a starring role. Arnold Schwarzenegger's back. He's the old grumpy type sheriff, but he has a heart of gold, but he's seen stuff before, so he knows what's coming. Of course, the FBI agent tells him, blah, 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 we need you to, at least hold him off a little bit before he gets to Mexico. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, after a couple of circumstances that happens, he decides to say, yes, I will hold him off with a couple of my deputies and a couple of other people that I'll talk about in the acting. So, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's pretty much Arnold Schwarzenegger going, you know what, fine, I will stand for the last time right here, and I will kill these cartel fucks. That's what he said. He said he curses a lot. So, yeah. There you go, there's the story. The story itself is very, very cliched, sure. It's very predictable too. You know what's going to happen at the end and in the middle and what's going to happen to certain characters. But it's actually a lot of fun. It really is, because Arnold Schwarzenegger is actually a very likable character here, and it's so good to see him once again. And all the other characters are actually kind of likable too. But Arnold Schwarzenegger, every time he is on screen, I'm like, soul. I'm like, yes, this is Arnold. Arnold's back. And I love that. I love Arnold. So every time he's on the screen, every time he says something, I understand him completely, which is surprising because sometimes I really don't understand what he's saying in movies. But here I completely understood him, and I loved him. I loved him in this film. I thought he was great. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, yes. Johnny Knoxville, of course, he's advertised on the poster. To be honest, he's not really in it as much. Forest Whitaker's in it way more than Johnny Knoxville. But you know what? I don't hate Johnny Knoxville as an actor. I think he could be very fun, and here he's actually pretty fun for the limited time he's on screen. He does some pretty stupid stuff, but you know what? It's funny. I actually really enjoyed his character, and he's not always just the insane clown. I mean, for the most part he was, but he's not just always goofing around and stuff. He's actually taking part in the action, which I thought was kind of cool. So Johnny Knoxville, I liked him in this. Jamie Alexander plays one of the deputies in here, and I love Jamie Alexander. She's great in this as well. Rodrigo Santoro, who people would probably remember as Xerxes from 300, he's great in this as well. Of course, you have Forest Whitaker, who is always great in films. The thing is that his character is very just underdeveloped. He's just the angry guy that really wants to get this guy, and he's the one that tells people what to do. So of course, him and Arnold Schwarzenegger aren't really best friends in this film. Maybe a little better friends toward the end of the film, but it doesn't matter anyway. The relationship isn't really that big. So yeah, for the most part, the acting here is a lot of fun. Everybody's doing a fun job. You can definitely tell everybody's having a good time. But really, Arnold Schwarzenegger is the one who steals the show here. So yeah, I love the acting here. I think the story's a lot of fun. Let's talk about the action. This movie is action-packed, Pee-wee. The first half of the film, it's about an hour and 50 minute movie. The first half of the film, I mean, there's a lot of cool car chases, there's a lot of cool little shootouts and little chase sequences. That's fun and all, but when it gets into that last half where it's just Arnold Schwarzenegger, a bunch of his deputies, Johnny Knoxville, against a bunch of cartel members. Oh, I forgot to mention Peter Stormare's in this film. He's great as well. He's actually pretty funny in it. But it's pretty much them against Peter Stormare's character and a bunch of other people, and then later on it's Arnold Schwarzenegger versus the cartel guy, and it's actually really entertaining. There's a lot of really good shootouts, a lot of really cool blood in this. There's a whole scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger pretty much tackles a dude off a rooftop, but before he lands on that ground, he shoots that dude in the head. Just like, poof, bang, 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 fuck you, poof, and dead. And I'm like, that's great. Arnold Schwarzenegger, you're awesome. But there's a lot of great action scenes, a lot of great shootouts. There's a whole fight scene between Arnold Schwarzenegger and the cartel dude at the end of the film. And even though Arnold Schwarzenegger is old, and you can definitely tell that he's not really the Terminator anymore, he still does a great job with that fight scene. You can see him like just freaking picking that dude up and throwing him around and stuff, and you can definitely tell it's actually him. And I think he still did a great job with some of the action. So overall, I think the action here is so much fun. The first half is a little bogged down with too many little car chases and, you know, characters I didn't really like as much as the other characters in the film. But you know what? There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of really cool action throughout the film. I really enjoyed The Last Stand. I thought it was a lot of fun. Go into this film expecting not much, and you might actually have a very good time. Actually, just expect it to be a very fun Arnold Schwarzenegger film, and you'll have a good time. Oh, I keep forgetting people in this film. Louis Guzman's in it also, who we've seen in so many films. And he's fun, I guess. You know, he's okay. So overall, there you go. I'm going to give The Last Stand a 33 out of a 40. There you go. Thank you, and goodbye.